What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. I'm here with my brother with a one-to-one. Younes talks football. Younes, how are you, bro? How are you, man? Everything blessed?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Things are nice. Not bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I say this personally. We're going to get into the football very shortly. But yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. Listen, I got 3 points. You know what I'm saying to you? I know it's not the greatest game, but listen, I feel like I'm collecting more W's than you at the minute. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man.
And yet you're still in the grave.
Yeah, I'm still in. Yeah. I'm still in. You know what I mean? I'm still in the mud. You know what I'm saying? It ain't easy. But yeah, man. Transfer window, man. You know what? Yeah. How would you sum up this transfer window? Because I think it has been absolutely dry. We've got Patrick Dorgu, which is amazing.
Congrats.
Should be getting more. But for the whole thing, yeah, like how have you summed it up? Like no one really has done any business. Like if I was to pull up the transfer window so far, the activity, it's not a lot, you know. It's not a
Man
lot.
City.
Yeah, just Man City. Yeah.
That's it. And they might not even be done.
And they might, yeah, exactly. They might not even be done, bro. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, it's the transfer window as a whole has been diabolical, bro.
Yeah.
Diabolical, man.
Yeah.
And I say this in general. I'm not talking Chelsea specifically. If I'm going to talk Chelsea specifically, bro, we're going to get onto another level.
Yeah.
But not as a whole, it's just a dead window. And it's a dead window because of the way that things have been set up now. Like, I feel like there's many clubs that feel like they just can't. Well, they're choosing not to move. They're being careful. They don't want to overspend. They don't want to do all of that, balancing books and all of it. But there's clubs that are managing to do it to a certain extent and still getting their targets. And then there's Man City that are just getting exactly what they need and what they want. No problem. And then there's us that are taking it to a complete other level. We're getting deals done for 16-year-olds now. So
I can't believe that. Who the flip is this kid here that you've... Well, how much are you spending on him? 10 million, is it?
Oh, there's 2 16-year-olds now.
What? 2?
Yeah, there's the Kazakh striker a few days ago. I forgot his name. But yeah, he won't be able to join until he's 18. We spent a few bob on him.
Oh, okay.
And then there's this guy from Corinthians yesterday that we're about to get the deal done for. We're about to spend 10 million euros on.
No, it's actually 10 million. Yeah, 10 million, 10.5
yeah, there we are. Yeah. Or 10 million pounds. Oh,
yeah.
My bad. So he won't be able to join until he's 18 as well. So what, like what is the strategy there? Like, is it a case of like just stockpiling talent? Let's see how they become, and then later on you can say, "Yo, listen, we got this one absolutely right," and we're the hub of like just talent, bro. Like, you know, if you want to come for talent, you come to us, and we're just gonna make profit on these players, bro. That's it. It's not even about like, is this player the one? It's got nothing to do with that now. It's buy low, sell high. That's it. Profit made. Thank you very much. That is it. We're 4x FC now, bro. We're trading. Like, it's just straight up trades. Bro. We're on the stock exchange. Like, now this is how it's being done. We're buying low and we're selling high, or not just selling high, but as long as we get profit, boom. You know, like Vega has gone off to Juve. He's going to get playing time. His value will increase. Boom. We'll sell. We'll get some profit. Disassi, he's left. He's gone on loan. Cool. He'll get some playing time. He'll end up getting sold. We'll get some profit. Felix, he came in. Boom. He was for the Gallagher deal. Clearly. Now that's obvious. He'll probably go off, get some playing time if he's on loan. If he's sold, we get some profit. Even if it's break even, but we get some profit. These kids that are coming in, they'll play a little bit. Value increase. Chelsea Football Club. Thank you. Yeah. Sell off. Profit. It's the Brighton model, except on steroids. Yeah, literally. You know what? It's Brighton model, and even the Brighton model. At least they're like playing these players, like.
And at least for them, yeah, at least like they get these players in, they really use them, they utilize them, they really get them up, and then they sell them off like for big money. We're doing that.
They've earned the right. They've earned the right.
We're not Brighton.
Yeah.
We're Chelsea, so it's a case of like you can't really just rely on a kid of that age or that inexperience and have them for 4 years, because the levels of the team are being played with it. But that's being done anyway. But we're literally just trying to make profits. At this point, it's just making money. So going in for these 16-year-olds and waiting until they turn 18, some people are under the impression, oh, they're for the academy. No, they're not. They're coming straight into the first team squad when they're ready. Is crazy. Crazy.
Yeah. And listen, like I said, I've seen Brighton do a couple of bits and bobs where they bought up a place. But you know what though? Like there's a justification there a little bit. You know what I mean? It's Brighton. They need to do that to survive. Right. They're not like a cash-rich club like Chelsea. Chelsea don't need to do this, man. They don't need to. Like
exactly.
Like, you know, it just be like, you can say, you know what, Man City have done it and they've gone here and there, you know, but not to this extent, man. Like, bro, this extent is just crazy. And now, you know, you're in for Mathys Tel, you know, we're in for him as well. We're also linked with Nkunku. João Felix is to go. This transfer merry-go-round is gonna be absolutely mad. Like, what on earth is gonna happen here? Because you were in for Garnacho, that's cooled off now. You're lucky, you know what I mean? But that's cooled off now. Like, how would you kind of piece it together, this transfer merry-go-round? Like, how would you say this domino effect works for you? Like, in terms of the players that we're seeing right now? Like, what are we saying, bro?
For us, this merry-go-round or whatever's happening, just we should not be involved in this.
Yeah.
We've got bigger problems. We've got bigger problems. Going in for Garnacho or going in for Tel, these are so unnecessary for us. Yeah. For other clubs, they might be decent and good. I'm not saying like Tel, for example, is a nice little player, right? But that's not what we need right now. But we got other problems. Like, for one, this window, I understand to go and get a top striker is going to be difficult, even though Gyökeres's release clause is there, but we're not going to bother. We're looking at the goalkeeper situation is one to address, but we've got about 65 million goalkeepers in our squad. I don't know what we're going to do there. But the midfield, for example, the midfield depth is a big problem that needs addressing now.
Facts.
And we're not recalling Santos or Ugochukwu because we don't want to interrupt their loans because they're playing and we don't want to interrupt their value, their market value. That's the whole problem. Now, with that as the main issue that we're not addressing, now we're looking at Tel. Is he even going to play? Like, he wants minutes, right? He turned us down, apparently, whilst he was still trying to find a way through at Bayern Munich. That's now not happened, so he's now on the market. I don't think he's coming to us anyway. But the priorities here are so wrong on our end.
Yeah.
For other clubs, they might be interested and it might work for them. You know, yourselves are shout here. But then again, there's the whole Nkunku, maybe Felix situation too. So it's a tough one. For us, the merry-go-round is, if we're talking Chelsea in isolation, we need someone to go in order for someone to come in. I'm convinced that we're having to sell to buy at this point. This is why the Garnacho stuff has turned down. I don't think we're going to splash money to that level without actually getting Nkunku off the books or Felix off the books. I don't think that'll happen.
No. I think Nkunku will go to Bayern, and then you'll get Mathys Tel. Whether that's a swap deal, whether that's a money exchange, you know. But then, how much did they sell you for? Like, listen, Mathys Tel can say he's leaving, but bro, unless the price comes in, you ain't going anywhere, broski. You know what I'm saying? You can pack your bags all day you want, but
apparently there's quite a few clubs interested. I mean, you lot as well, but quite a few. Again, I'm hesitant because I'm hesitant as to whether he will decide if Chelsea are interested, if it's going to be Chelsea, because if he wants to play, Yeah, I don't believe you're playing, mate. At Chelsea, you might get some minutes, but you're not playing every week.
You're not
Like,
playing every week, bro. You're not.
You're not. Is he getting ahead of Sancho? No.
No.
Is he coming in as to replace Jackson? So if we're replacing Jackson, Tel is the guy we're replacing Jackson with. That's criminal. As far as I'm concerned, that's just a joke. So I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I think ultimately, you know, the strategy behind it is like he's not a guy that's like, bro, like my man, what's his name that you missed out, Elise. He's got that feeling of, you know what, I'm coming in and I'm taking a position. You're looking at some other signings, you're like, yo, like I'm coming in and I'm making a problem here. Maybe a Duran comes in and you're like, yo, I can start over Jackson. You know, I can do something. You know, you got that kind of feeling. But this Mathys Tel, he's young. He's what, 19 years old, is he? You know, I can't still believe he's that young. You know, I think he came in very, very early, but he's still very young. He's got a lot of talent. But this is what we're doing right now in the Premier League. Like,
and he's not been playing.
He's not been playing as well. So you have to put yourselves in that kind of, what's the word? Like, it's a lot of like, it's a gamble, you know. And listen, with you lot, like, it's like, you don't need it, but it's like the ownership just needs something to kind of maybe click. Top four as well. Maybe the desperation of top four is that it's making you guys do that. But then, I don't know, like, it's weird. Like, there's so much to kind of grab or gain or improve from your forward line that, you know, adding another problem to it to then say, right, magically fix it. I don't know if that's the answer, bro. Like, you know,
of course not.
It's not. It really isn't. Like, it's not. As much as I want to give you Garnacho, like, I want to, you know, so it's like, yo, come on, man. Are you seriously buying more forwards when your problem is either getting a centre back in or getting another centre mids in, goalkeeper in? Like, it's weird. Transfers. The strategy from you lot is very, very odd. Very, very odd.
It's at a point, and this is what a lot of people within the fan base are now talking about. I'm sure you've seen Mathys talk about it. There's loads of others talking about. Everyone's got it on their lips, myself included. After all this time now, it's not changing. It's the same stuff every single time now. It's not changing. So this is literally what they want to do then. Like, this is what they're going to keep doing. It's not good enough. It's not going to work. It's not going to work.
No.
And you mentioned like trying to get top four. The problem here is that it doesn't look like there's an incentive or a will or a desire to do whatever it takes to make sure this team gets top four this season, because that is the make or break.
It is.
For us as fans, for them, I don't believe it is. Now, I don't believe for the owners it is. Like, they get in a Tel, for example. For them, that's a decent financial investment. He's not playing. He's not got minutes. He's young. You give him some minutes, you'll get him a little bit older. You'll sell him for more. Profit. Done.
Yeah, you will. You literally will, you know, like, because there will be a demand from Mathys Tel. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. He'll do something maybe for the national team, or he'll do something in games where people will see, right, you know what? I think that's worth the talent that, you know, we can go and get. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, bro, that top four, man, it was a almost guarantee at the start. Everyone was like, you know what? Tighter race. Well, for certain people, tighter race meant that at least Chelsea were minimum finishing top four. That tighter race evaporated. Now, top four is almost in.
It's looking,
you know what I'm saying to you? Like, it's in jeopardy. You know?
Yeah.
You see what I'm trying to say, bro?
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. And that loss to City, it was the tipping point for many people to come to the conclusion that things not really changed, have they? Like,
no.
In fact, now we legitimately look like we're regressing hard. And it's the same story as it was last season and the season before. It's just like, it's the same. We're going on a merry-go-round here. This is our merry-go-round. This is just, we're going in circles then. That's the problem now. It's a wake-up.
If you don't get top four, is that a disaster?
It's a failure and a disaster. Absolutely. And that will be, I think for many, that's it, make or break. For me, I've reached that point. I'm looking at this and going, I'm not sure we're getting top four. And as far as I'm concerned now with this ownership, I'm done. Because I'm seeing there's no sign of change here. They're doing the same thing over and over again. So I'm not going to keep going around in circles. And I think many people have come to that conclusion now. But it's also a thing of seeing how the season plays out and how it goes game by game too. But in the grand scheme of how the club is being run, yeah, it's the same story. It's clear now. It's clear as day, clear as crystal.
Would you say like Chelsea's a shambles right now, or did you think like, you know, we should like people are gaslighting it? It's becoming like a circus now, man. It's like, yo, get this top 4 done, right? Wake up, man. Wake up, because bro, your fixtures, bro.
No, it's a mess. Like even logistically, it's a mess, because I'll give an example, right? We got Disasi in a year and a half ago, right? He came in to basically replace Chalobah. Chalobah, who got exiled and then sent off, was banned and banished from the first team, from pre-season, from all that. Got then sent us out on loan because we couldn't find a permanent move for him. Then we have to call him back and rely on him. He becomes our best defender, and then Disasi gets sent off on loan to Aston Villa. What? Vega comes in 6 months ago. We get him in as a Swiss Army knife who's versatile and can play many positions. Then we hear briefs that he wants to only play centre-back. Then we ship him off to Juve on loan after him arriving 6 months ago. He arrives there. His first press conference or interview, what does he say? Yeah. I'll play wherever the manager wants to deploy me. What? So what is this? What's going on? It's a shambles. And that's just one of many things that's been going on. It's accumulated. Everything's accumulated.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is why there's a lot of people questioning now, irrespective of results. A lot of people questioning, where are we going? Where are we going now?
Yeah, what is the plan? You know what I mean? Like, what is, you know, what are they doing, man? Like, what is going on? Yeah, you're right. You know, like, and like I said, man, we managed to get Patrick Dorgu over the line. That is something that.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Is
I'm
that a decent? Is that something you?
Yeah. That's a very good profile, young. Again, you know what I mean? Not the greatest of experience, but played solid 2 years at Lecce. You know, made his way up. He was meant to be last year to possibly Chelsea and Tottenham, the brother was saying, and a few other clubs were involved. That didn't happen. It's not a surprise. Chelsea were involved. But yeah, no, honestly, like, you know, it's one of them where it's a good profile, and we need a left wing back, and he's quick and he's strong. And it's someone that we definitely gonna need. And listen, it's not gonna be the savior, but it's someone that I'd rather see than Dalot at left wing back. You know what I mean? And he's fit and he's ready. Yeah, he's just played the season. You know, it's something that, bro, we must. Like, if we don't do this signing, bro, like, brother, we're finished. We're finished, bro. Like, honestly, we need to go get this player in. We're gonna do it, and it's about to be done, completed. And it's just again a case now of, do we fight for Tel, or do we just say, you know what, we got to wait for Garnacho? Does he go to Napoli now? But then Napoli, they got out of talks with Adeyemi. Does that open up the move?
Adeyemi's staying. Adeyemi's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere now. Yeah. So that is, you know, are they going to come in for Garnacho? They want to stop at 42 million. Man United want 60 million. You know, do we be
and don't forget, Rashford's leaving as well now.
Oh, well, are you sure? Because, brother, no one's
He's meant to.
No one. Like, nobody's coming for Rashford. Nobody.
Oh,
like,
my God.
Yeah, bro. It's serious right now. With a week left to go, you got to sort out wages, negotiations. Like, it's a possibility he could stay, you know, and the manager don't want him. The guys talked about his 61-year-old goalkeeper, bro, being ahead of him. You know? So, boy, you know what I mean? Like, yo,
how are you lot looking as well with like what's going on with Ineos and Ratcliffe? I saw the whole 1958 lot that that was speaking. They got a response which was poor from United. But
very poor. You know what it is with Ineos? I think they've done well with this transfer here, Dorgu. But the problem is, it's more a case of ticket prices. It's more a case of what's the word I'm looking for? Just the whole kind of facade of the club. They are acting, you know, a little bit like the Glazers. They are almost like, you know, our penny pinching the club. But
this is what I want to say. Yeah. Is it them? Like, again, we have to remember, like, Ineos, we were, well, everyone was told, well, we were briefed, right? And I don't know, like, you're a United fan, you can say. Ineos, we were briefed and told that they would come in, 25%, they're in charge of footballing operations.
Yeah.
That's it. So,
it.
like anything outside of that is still the Glazers, surely, no? Or is
Yeah.
it not that? Is it not the case?
No. I think they've taken the kind of almost the figurehead of that. They've made sure that they're facing the club. So anything that the Glazers have, it's on Ineos to solve as well. But I do believe that all the debt and all the problems that we've had in the past, you can't pinpoint it at Ineos. You can't say, why have you got rid of the debt? Why were you in PSR issues? A lot of it is down to the fact that we've overspent with 300 million in transfer debt. That isn't clearly on Ineos. They've done actually well in the summer with the signings in terms of the spending. It's been relatively low fee. It's not been a crazy amount of spending, you know. So in that aspect, bro, like it's not been too bad. But at the end of the day, bro, they're gonna be the punching bag. They're the face of the club, and they're gonna have to just start building, because where we are in the league, they fucked up with the Ten Hag thing. That's a massive thing, you know. People aren't forgetting that. That's still costing us right now. That Ten Hag being sacked in October rather than being sacked in the summer has affected our season. It's also the transfer strategy of the players. We're then obviously having to blame that on the Glazers, but Ineos are the face of the club, so then they get the brunt of it in that regard. So they have some faults, a lot of faults, but then there's also things that I look at and be like, you know what, they've done well in terms of negotiations with certain players. We haven't overspent in certain players. So, you know, it's a mixture, but listen, bro, nobody ever will celebrate your wins, in it. Like, that's how it is, bro. Like, Agbali, 1 minute you're brilliant, and then you're like a villain. Look at your guys. Your guys now are seen as villains. They're like, what the fuck? You know, they're not seen as the way that they were kind of you know, in at start, and they were kind of thought of at the start. You know, they're not the same people, and that's what's going to happen, Younes. You're not going to be seen as the same people. You're going to be seen as people like, you know what? Nah, bro, I can't trust you. Yeah, you know what? And they've lost a lot of people along the way already in a year. They've lost a lot of people. So, yeah, it's crazy. Tottenham have just signed, by the way, on loan. Jan Min-hook set to sign. Oh, he's going on QPR. Oh, so he's about. I thought they were buying a South Korean player. No, I just thought they were buying a single South Korean player, but he's got out on loan to QPR.
Oh,
but yeah, let's see, man. Let's tell bloody hell, our clubs, five for
mate. This is what we said before we came on, man. Look, this is bottom of the barrel stuff now, man. Like our clubs in a January window, and albeit it's a January window, but the headline of this window is going to be after a 19-year-old player who doesn't get minutes at Bayern Munich. That's the headline of the window. I mean, what's happened?
Headline of the window. That is our clubs.
Who's your January window like top signing that you've had? Like I remember us signing. We signed Fernando Torres in a January window. To be fair, we signed Enzo in a January window too. But like who's yours?
We've had Vidic and Evra. They were the kind of the two big ones. You know what I mean? Obviously. Yeah, I think in recent time we bought Bruno, like, because we needed him badly. But yeah, Evra and Vidic were seen as the best, probably January transfer window. I think we bought someone else that was quite big in January. I forgot. Back in the 90s. I think there's someone that might have to tell me in the comments.
That's a long time,
yeah.
Whereas now it's Tel, guys. It's Tel.
Yeah, now it's Tel. Yeah. Who you lot got on the weekend, by the way? Oh no, you got Monday, West Ham.
Monday we got Graham Potter's West Ham.
Wow.
Graham Potter's first game back at the Brew. Talk about timing. But also he will look to say, yo, guys, make sure you win this. Like, go and do something in this game. 100%. Help us out. They will play with that dirty, low block, and then they'll hit you on the break. Bro, be careful. Mate, it's Graham Potter. We've got to remember this. If anything, he might actually want his team to take some initiative. But the problem is defensively, you saw. I don't even need to speak. Like, everyone now knows what we're like with, especially with Sanchez in goal.
Yeah.
So, who Graham Potter knows very well. Yeah. Sanchez was third choice at that club, so I'm sure Graham Potter's aware.
Choice. Yeah. He was the one
despite it with Zerbi, but Potter's aware. Listen,
I
it'll be
get him.
unforgivable. It'll be unforgivable if we
Yeah.
don't pick up 3 points against Graham Potter. Unforgivable.
Yeah, it's unforgivable as well. We don't get 3 points against Crystal Palace at home. But then again, if we lose, it's not it's not going to be
You
enough.
lot are so far down now. It's crazy. Like,
Yeah, it's we're down, man.
you've
We're
written
down.
off the season, haven't you? Like, we know
Yeah,
what
we're
that's
in the
like.
season. Yeah. We
Yeah,
won't finish higher than 10th, probably. You know what I mean? And that's going to be a struggle. So we'll just have to wait and see, man. So Crystal Palace at home, try and win it back-to-back games, please. Try and do something, please. So we'll see. Guys, appreciate you joining us. Big up Younes, man. Love for coming on as always, man.
Same to you, bro. Much appreciated. Much appreciated, man.
There you go, guys. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace.